Are you on the menu?
No, I'm not. No.
Billionaire Bodyguard is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is produced by Precious Kadiri. Executive producer is Ruth Kadiri. The movie can be found on Ruth Kadiri 24/7, and the director of this movie is Uche Agbo. A quick recap of this movie is a rich boy who is addicted to sex. Anything is scared, this guy is going to pursue. Now, because of this attitude, he's always misusing fans. For his father to curb this problem, he gave him an ultimatum to be able to stop that behavior and hired a bodyguard for him. Was he able to stop this behavior? Find out on Ruth Kadiri 24/7. So what I like about this movie, let's start with the message and the storyline. The storyline is pretty clear. Even with the title, you could just follow. You could even skip some scenes and you still understand the message or the story of this movie. Moving on to location of this movie. Location wise, we've seen this house we've seen this house being used before, and also the outside shots of this movie was really clear. The cinematography was really beautiful. I love recent cinematography of YouTube movies, very clear, and the office shots were also very beautiful. I love that as well. The clubs, the outing, good shots. Cast and directing of this movie, the director really did well with the characters in this movie, because most times I really do not enjoy Maurice character, especially if he's acting his own movies and he's directing as well. I think I enjoyed this one because someone else was directing him and he put in much effort in the acting, so I enjoyed his character. Maurice was pretty intense with his sexuality in this movie, and I love that very well. He was more expressive to me, and I think I love more expressive characters, and I love that as well. The scene where he was having that conversation with his step brother in the office, I enjoyed that scene very much. He was laid back but also very confrontational. I don't know how he was able to put that off, but I really enjoyed that scene very much. And another character that I love is Kiki, played by Lilian. She was the bodyguard. I think I enjoy her in this movie than other movies that I've seen her. I don't know why. I think maybe because she was laid back in a sense that you could not see her more often, but she is in our face, or she is in your face, but like she's not all over the place, and I enjoyed that character very much. Another character that I love so much, you already know, is Chris. This man has dominated YouTube movies a lot, and he's really good. Like, the man is a legend and he's doing his thing perfectly well. This role he played here, yeah, I love it so much. I mean, there was no difference in whatever role he has played in previous movies where he's always the chief, or he's a millionaire, or he's wealthy. This was the same character he played here, but here he was more intense and more intentional and more detailed. I enjoyed his character here as well. Last but not the least, character that I enjoyed was Rose, played by Genevieve. Genevieve. She has done her body, yeah, I think she has also gone under the knife. I mean, she looked really good. Her own is obvious, but it's not over the top. Anyway, that's beside the point. But her role here was, the girlfriend who tend to be, more possessive and stuff like that, but did not end up with the billionaire son. I think her role here as the waiter, she was really good. She was really, I enjoyed her role. When she was fighting with the other girls, when she was, trying to be intentional with Ike, I enjoyed everything that she put up in this movie. That's what I'm saying. Kudos to the director. The director really made sure all characters were brought into life. This movie was on point, in theme with the title of the movie, and also it did not last more than 2 hours. The movie did not waste our time. So pretty much those are the things I love about this movie. What I don't like about this movie, I'll start with Lilian character. She played Kiki in this movie. Whew. First off, as I said earlier on, that I love the fact that her character was laid back, but she wasn't saying a lot at all in this movie. I know bodyguards do not talk a lot, so I think that was the script they were going for. But most of the time, Ike was asking her questions. She wasn't having a lot of lines or a lot of script to say. She was too laid back for somebody who has to have conversation with Ike in the movie. She was too laid back and it was becoming boring. Her character was actually boring, and I didn't. It was a balance. It was in between for me. I wanted it to be edgy, just like Maurice's character, but I didn't get that, so that I did not enjoy. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie is the fact that you could predict the movie. You could just practically predict. There was no twist. This movie could have been a lot more interesting if they made Ike stick with Rose instead of the bodyguard. The movie was just too predictable. Like, there was no twist, no turns, nothing, no intriguing moment for you to enjoy and be enticed in the movie. This movie had a lot of quality in terms of cinematography and characters. For it not to have no plot twist, it was really disappointing for me. Ruth Kadiri, please, I think your movies are becoming too predictable. It doesn't look exciting. So Ruth, in case you want this review, please let there be a plot twist, like let there be a background story for a movie or how the movie ends, something. Like, your recent movies are too predictable. That's why I said that you could skip most of the scenes and you still end up following exactly what the movie is about, and that's a disappointing. The way I would have ended this movie was that they would have paid off the bodyguard. As Kiki, she did her job. She made sure that the guy did not go wayward anymore, and then the guy find a solution to his problem, whatever not, and still make sure that he goes back to Rose, who he was actually dating, or the other girlfriend that he had, one of the girlfriends. That would have made sense more than just sticking with the bodyguard just because. No, it's too predictable, guys. Let's spice up and let's change narrative on making sure that the viewers do not predict how the movie ends. That's basically what I'm saying. So that was really disappointing for me, and I did not enjoy that at all. Another thing that I'll talk about is their costume. Costume wise, the title is Billionaire's Bodyguard. Now, billionaire, that means the chief has to dress very expensive. Ike or Ike has to dress very expensive. Their costume in this movie was really disappointing. As billionaire, I was expecting the costume to scream luxury, to scream expensive, and there's nothing showing that it's billionaire, guys. That is what I'm trying to say. Even the office is not screaming billionaire. Talk less of their outfit. The house, well, pretty. Like I said, we've seen this location of a house before, but like, nah, it was not screaming billionaire. So he wasn't appearing like somebody who has money. Yeah, he was just looking decent, but looking like a billionaire, no, he wasn't looking like one. So costume department was bad in this movie, considering the title of the movie as Billionaire. It wasn't screaming billionaire at all. So that was really bad and disappointing. That I did not like. What I didn't like about this movie has to be the scene where the bodyguard was going to swim. In real life, I don't see bodyguards enjoying themselves while their bosses are around. It doesn't make sense. At that particular scene, Ike was not dating Kiki or being interested in Kiki. So why then was the bodyguard entering the swimming pool, offing her dress and entering swimming pool? I know the idea was for him to see the bodyguard's body and be tempted. That's the idea. But nah, it doesn't make sense. Even in her clothes or her fitting, she should have come in, an off day, wearing very skimpy dress, and the guy would have watched her and still be enticed. That would have made sense. But being on the job and offering her bodyguard dress and entering the pool, That does not make sense. Who goes to work and have leisure time whilst your boss is there? It doesn't, it's not relatable. It doesn't make sense. No. So that scene was off and very unrelated for me. So that was really not what I was looking forward to. So that scene I did not enjoy, and I did not find it interesting at all. I did not find it interesting. So that is my opinion, guys. So yeah, pretty much those are the things I do not like about this movie. But in all, it's very interesting. You can predict the movie, you can predict the end from the title alone even. And guys, do want to watch Billionaire's Bodyguard on Ruth Kadiri 24/7. And on that note, I'll rate this movie a 3/10. Thank you guys so much for watching this movie review. I'll see you guys in the next movie review.